The future of liberty depends on the courage of individuals to stand firm when others choose silence. Nothing is more dangerous than a foolish friend. Even the worst enemy is safer than a misguided ally. I shall never cease striving to merit the goodwill of my countrymen, nor will I ever betray the trust they have placed in me. Leaders are made, not born. They rise by patience, dedication, and the willingness to sacrifice personal comfort for the good of others. The foundation of every great nation lies in the virtues of its people, not merely in the strength of its armies. A good moral character is the first essential in a man. Without it, honor, influence, and power become a curse. Human happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. To neglect one is to destroy the other. The preservation of liberty requires not only courage, but constant vigilance from every citizen. Mankind, when left to themselves, are unfit for their own government. Passion too often rules reason. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. What you earn through struggle cannot be taken from you by ease. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from planting himself than to dislodge him after he has become ensconced. The great rule of conduct for us is to extend our commercial relations, but to have with them as little political connection as possible. We must consult our means rather than our wishes, and thus be wise enough to distinguish what is possible from what is merely desirable. Labor to keep alive in your breast that little spark of celestial fire called conscience. Liberty is a light that must be protected not only from our enemies, but from ourselves when we become negligent and complacent. If freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led like sheep to the slaughter. To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Leadership comes from character, not from titles or positions. Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages. If you hold fast, even the darkest night must eventually yield to the rising dawn. It is impossible to rightly govern a nation without God and the Bible. Guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism. In the name of loyalty, many great evils have been committed. I hope I shall always possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on external circumstances. Any nation that expects to be ignorant and free expects what never was and never will be.